creating a new lifestyle that's accidentally happened, and we're just feeling so good for it. I'm doing that more and more often now, doing batch cooking. What do you do for your quick fix, easy meals? Rather than get a takeaway, time to tuck in. This feels really, really cozy. Right, I am going to try this. So this is £3.39. How this huge change has affected us in such a positive way this week as well. Hi there, welcome back to a new vlog. We're going to be in the kitchen this week. I have a new kind of habit with regards to cooking and eating, and I'm really excited to share this with you. This week I am sharing what we're eating in a week. I've already filmed the whole week, but I'm needing to start with a new intro for this video purely because we are doing things completely different now, and it started partway through the week and I've continued on with it. And we've both, I think Aid's lost £4 this week, I've lost £3 this week, but the most important thing, we're feeling really good. So I want to share with you our new habits for the week, and it's almost like creating a new lifestyle that's accidentally happened, and we're just feeling so good for it. Better energy. I generally wake up really bloated in the mornings. That's stopped. Feeling really uncomfortable in the evenings. That's stopped. And the other thing that always happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you too, I get a real energy lull about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But because of the changes we've made partway through the week, that stopped as well. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's working amazingly for us, and I hope maybe it might help you too. So I hope you enjoy seeing what we're eating this week, but also how this huge change has affected us in such a positive way this week as well. Hope you enjoy this, and I am excited to share this video with you. So tonight I am going to do taco stuffed peppers. I'm doing a veggie version. If you want to add meat, you can just add some mince or something. We've got our veggies, add anything, mushrooms, any types of peppers, celery, whatever you fancy. Also going to be using taco mixed beans. These are from Lidl. Sweet corn, tinned tomatoes, fajita seasoning as well. I'm going to chop up the veggies and get them in the pan. Coffee duty. I like making meals in the morning ready for the evening. It does smell nice. I've chopped up red pepper and courgette. And then I've just boxed up what I haven't used to put in the fridge for tomorrow. I've seasoned it, and I'm just going to add a big glug of ketchup. And now the taste test. It's really good. That is such a lovely flavour. And that's now ready. I'm going to leave that on there, and I'll stuff my peppers later when we're ready for dinner. So I've actually got some rice left over from the other day. I'm going to pop that in the base of my dish. I'm going to do little cute individual dishes today. I thought that would look really nice, and it's an easier way to serve it as well. So we're just going to have rice in the base, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit off the base of my pepper just so it stands nicely, and the top as well. Take out the middle bit. I love stuffed peppers. You can stuff them with all sorts as well. Like I said, if you can use meat if you want to make a meat chili. And then I'm going to place one each on the top, and I got rid of all the little seeds in there as well. And then I'm just going to fill it with the veggie chili that I made this morning. This is going to be so nice. Oh, I tell you what else I was going to do. I've got so much of the chili. I'm actually going to put some in here as well. I think that will be really nice. And I've actually got enough chili for us to have another meal as well. I'm doing that more and more often now, doing batch cooking. It's really, really helping. And then for the fun bit, because these are tacos, or taco peppers, we're going to get some tortilla crisps and crush these over the top. Let's do some over the rice. I just buy the cheapy ones from Lidl. They're under 50p a bag, I think. They're really cheap. And I think they taste just as good as any others. And then because you know everything I do has cheese on it, we're then just going to grate some cheese over the top and pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And 20 minutes later they look like this. It's lovely and crunchy and cheesy on top. Welcome to day 3. So we skipped day 2. We didn't do things to plan. We came off menu because I did a massive wardrobe declutter, and I ended up doing that really late. So Aid stepped in and made omelette last night. It was really nice. Cheese and onion omelette, and I did a side salad. It was lovely. I just love a cheese and onion omelette sometimes. Today we are making something I haven't made before. It's a Pinterest recipe, so I'll leave it down below. It's a chicken and pineapple, and it sounds absolutely delicious. I've got a pan on the go, ready to add some rice. I am making a few changes. These are the ingredients. We've got chicken thighs, pineapple, chili, ground paprika, mustard, garlic powder, honey, garlic. I've got some ends of some peppers. I'm going to add those. These are additional to the recipe. Courgette, onion, and sweet corn. I'm missing off the recipe onion powder because I've run out. Something about coconut something. I don't know what it was, so I'm not going to include that either. You know what it's like. I'm not going to put myself out for something. Right, actually, let's cut up the chicken first. It says to season the chicken first. I'll do that. Pop the chicken to one side. That's got the seasoning on it. Added my chicken to some oil in my skillet pan. Recipe, I am going to add my onions to that as well. And I think I might add my other veg too. Look how good this looks. It makes such a difference adding the veggies. It fills out a meal, but obviously just makes you feel like you're putting a bit more goodness into your body, and it makes it a lot more colourful. We're just going to take this out of the pan now. Now to make up the sauce, we've got the garlic in there, pineapple juice, and it says a couple of teaspoons of honey. That was mustard, I made mustard. And we need to add a couple of tablespoons of honey as well. I did not to add any more chili powder just because Aid doesn't like things too spicy. I'm just gonna make sure everything, all the spices and that from the bottom of the pan are released. This is going to be so tasty. It smells really, really good. That's thickening up nicely. I'm going to add my chicken and my veg. I've got leftover sweet corn. We had it the day before, and then we put some in with our salad with the omelette yesterday. I must have misread the recipe because I don't know when the pineapple was supposed to go in. I don't know, I've missed that, so I'm just going to add some pineapple. And let's mix that all up. And then we'll give it the taste test. I think I got a little bit carried away with the spices. It's a little bit on the spicy side. I think it might be a bit warm for Aid. So I've added a little bit of water, and there was a little bit more pineapple juice in the tin as well. So I've added that in. I'm just going to let it cook down, and I'm hoping that will be better for him. This is really nice. I've just had a pick. That one's Aid's. It's really, really tasty, and we've got quite a bit left as well. Day 4, and we're going off menu again. We've been out. I had cheese and broccoli risotto on the menu. However, we're trying to be healthier with food, And we just didn't want the extra calories. And I tend to find when I eat anything like that, I go completely overboard and I'll have seconds and thirds. So we're wanting something cozy tonight. We've been out all day, coming in and want a quick fix. So we're doing one of our favorite cheats meals. It is homemade chips with egg and tin tomatoes. We love it. I'm just going to show you the chips before I put them in. I'm trying something different tonight. I've run out of my chip seasoning. So I have got a little bit of paprika, some Italian herbs, dried herbs. I've got some garlic salt, a little bit of salt and pepper on there. And it was just under 1 tablespoon of rapeseed oil. I've weighed my potatoes, so the whole lot is about 450 calories I've worked out. We chose not to eat out for lunch. We've been really, really good. We did have a coffee, but we're just trying to be a bit healthier. We really wanted to lose a few pounds before we go away. My dresses aren't zipping up very well, so I'd really like to lose. I'd like to lose another half a stone, and I would like to lose ideally about 4 pounds. So we're out walking every evening, and this was just a bit of a healthier option. So it's all about the balance, isn't it? Because we would like some treats over the weekend. What do you do for your quick fix, easy meals? Rather than get a takeaway, what do you do when, like now, I think it's about 5:30 for us. We're really hungry. What would you do as your quick fix? And do you also watch what you eat? Do you try and stay balanced and healthy during the week as well? I forgot to say, the dinner last night was so delicious. Go and try it. I'll leave the link below. I adapted the recipe slightly, as I said, and I did add a splash of dark soy sauce just before dishing it up. It was really, really tasty, and one that we'll definitely be having again. Yeah, those chippies, I've just tried one, are really good. That's a really good seasoning for them. Poached eggs and tin tomatoes, one of our favourite cosy meals. I'm making another early dinner again today. I am really craving tomato pie. We had the most amazing cheese and tomato pie when we were in Alabama. And I've been fancying a Spanish omelette a lot lately, and I've never made that before. So today I'm going to attempt to combine the two. This is going to be another really early dinner. So this is something I'm just making up. I am going to fry off onions, garlic, potatoes in the pan. And then I will be layering it like an omelette type thing with the tomatoes and peppers. And then we're going to do the, oh, I forgot to add egg to the mix. We pop in oregano in. I need to top up my little jar. And then adding cheese and eggs as well. I think this is going to be really yummy. I'm really excited about this. I do love to experiment with the recipe and dinners. Quite often people are asking me for the recipe, and it's something I've just kind of made up. And that is definitely the case today. Let's see if this works. I really love messing around with recipes and experimenting. I love going to restaurants and cafes and feeling inspired, and then going home and trying to recreate the recipe. When we were in Alabama, this tomato and cheese pie was just amazing. And I did actually ask for any hints on making it, and he did give me some tips. I love doing things like that, I really do. I've picked up quite a few recipes from different places along our travels. One of my bucket list places, actually, I have mentioned it on here before, is a cookery school in Thailand. It's on a farm. They grow all their own veg and fruits and herbs. You go to the market early in the morning to buy your produce as well. You even make your own coconut milk. I'd love to go there one day. I've washed and dried my potatoes. I'm cutting them quite thin. I always try and use the skins on whenever I can, because there's a lot of goodness in the potato skins, my mum always used to say. And if ever I eat a baked potato, the skin is always my best bit. I love it when it's really crispy. I do love potatoes. I think I love potatoes in just about every way and form. I don't think there is a way that I don't like a potato. I think just the one potato is going to be fine. don't think I need more than the one. One of the little tips I was given is to let the tomatoes marinate in some balsamic vinegar. I am just going to stir them through. I have added peppers, which I don't usually do, but I've got a pepper that needed using up. And I'm also going to salt them and add oregano as well, and just let them marinate in that for a few minutes. I always do 4 eggs for the 2 of us. Mix that and season that, and I will add a drop of milk as well, and plenty of grated vintage cheddar. I know I say this every time, but I love cheese so much, and the fact that this is a cheese and tomato pie gives you an excuse to add plenty of cheese. I want to make sure there's plenty to add on top as well. So then I've greased my tray or my dish. I am going to do a layer of tomatoes with peppers. Actually, no, I'm going to do potatoes first. Let's do potatoes and onions first. I'm going to think of it almost like a lasagna. How about that? So a layer potatoes first. There we go, with the thought that with every mouthful there should be a decent amount of onion and potato and tomato. I've popped the peppers around the outside so that they're well distributed, and you can see that the potatoes are nice and soft at this point. Oh, they're stuck together. This looks so amazing. There was a tiny bit of the balsamic oregano mix, so I've drizzled that over the top. And now let's add the eggy mix. Ooh, I think 4 eggs for this dish is probably the perfect amount. And I am going to top that with some extra cheese. There we go. I did forget to put the basil in. I meant to add basil into the mix, but I'll add some afterwards as well because this will go all crispy. I'm so excited to see what this ends up looking like. It's going in the oven on 190. We will try it for 20 minutes, see how it is. Probably need about half an hour. Just taken the cheese and tomato pie out of the oven. Have a look at this. It is so delicious. So I did the 20 minutes and then I popped it in for another 10. It did need the half an hour. I can't wait to try it. It smells so, so good. And the fresh basil added as well. It smells even nicer. I really can't wait to have this. Right, I am going to try this. I did end up popping it in just a little bit more. It just seemed a little soft. So it's actually ended up being in for 40 minutes. But obviously it depends on how big yours is, how deep it is, how thick your potatoes are, and all that kind of thing. I'm going to tuck into this straight away. I cannot wait. So my first check is to be, are the potatoes cooked through? I really hate it when you've got really chunky, sort of thick potatoes. They are nicely done. Definitely needed that extra time in the oven. Look how hot that is. That is so tasty. Really, really good. Nice thing about this kind of thing as well, you can eat it hot or cold. Have it with vegetables, hot. Have it cold with a salad. This is going to be something that I cook more regular now. It's really, really good. I really recommend giving this a go. Next day, and I am getting a goulash in the crock pot nice and early. I haven't made a goulash for a while. I make it in different ways. Today I'm doing a cheats way, just a real quick way. Sometimes I brown it off with flour and seasoning and make it really nice and brown on the bottom of the pan to make the sauce. I can't be bothered today, I'm tired. It's Monday morning and it's really, really rainy and horrible outside. I just want to do a quick meal. So I'll show you the ingredients I've got. So this is for my cheats goulash. We've got some steak, diced beef, let's call it that. A couple of potatoes, carrots, onion. Rather than red wine, I'm using a red wine stock cube, a couple of other beef stock cubes, garlic, tomato paste, Worcester sauce, paprika, garlic, salt, bay leaves, and some flour. No doubt I'll probably end up adding some other bits. And there'll be regular seasoning as well. It's the kind of meal that, as it's cooked and I'm taste testing, I kind of add bits as I go. I'm gonna put the beef straight into the crock pot today. It's all cubed up really nicely. I picked this up in Lidl and it was discounted to a really good price. £2.79 for this pack. That's really good, isn't it? And then I'm just going to dust it in flour and some seasoning as well. So I've got my beef, it's got some plain flour, salt and pepper, and I'm adding some paprika. And then I'll just give all this a really good stir. Garlic's in. And the small chopped onion is in. I don't usually add carrot, but I've got quite a lot in the fridge, so I thought I'd throw carrot in today. Sometimes I add mushrooms, sometimes I add peppers. It just always varies. And I've got a couple of small chopped potatoes as well. Just fills it out nicely. I love the way potatoes take on the flavour of this kind of thing when it's all cooked together. Throw in a couple of bay leaves. Got my red wine stock pot. Handy to keep in the cupboard if you're not a red wine drinker. Some Worcester sauce. How do you say Worcester sauce? Everyone says it so differently. And some, sorry, Aid's making coffee, so he's wandering around in the background. That's all right. Some tomato paste. I've just remembered I've also got half a tin of tomatoes in the fridge left over from a previous dinner, so I might add those as well. A bit of garlic salt, and I'm going to add a couple of OXO cubes as well. You could also add, you know, the beef stock pots as well. I just haven't got any at the moment. This is the only sort I've got, so I'm gonna just break these into here. And half a tin of tomatoes. Just filled that with water. I'm gonna pop that in, and actually I'm going to do that a few times. Until it's just about covered everything. There we go. And we'll give that a good stir. And put that on the crock pot stand. And check it in about 3 hours and see how it's doing. I love my slow cooker so much. That's what I love about this kind of meal. It's 9:15 in the morning. I can now go and work and dinner is sorted. It's rainy. It's just horrible out there. It just feels really cozy now. So let me know, what is your favourite slow cooker meal? Any recipes you want to share? I would love to know. So it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to get some dinner on. Something I've been really suffering with for quite a long time is bloatedness. I wake up every morning and my tummy is so bloated and so uncomfortable. But this morning I didn't, and we ate early yesterday. And I remember before that when we used to eat earlier, I felt a lot better for it. So we're going to try it again today and see if that helps. I'm just fixing some red cabbage. I was going to go pasta with the goulash, but actually we're going to be healthier and have red cabbage. So I've got onion with apple and red cabbage. I've got a bit of coconut oil with this. Just going to let this cook down. I'm going to add some cider vinegar and a little bit of sugar as well. The sugar makes such a difference in this. I'm just going to let this cook down until it's nice and soft. I might actually add a couple of cloves as well. So that's also a bit like Sheets red cabbage. It's come together really, really quick. I've added a splash more vinegar and some salt. I did add 3 cloves, so watch out for those because they're not tasty when you get those in your mouth. That's a very good, speedy red cabbage. Some corn flour to thicken this up. The other thing you can add, and I did add a little bit of this as well, was some Bista granules. That also thickens it up really nicely. I'm so looking forward to this. Such a grey, miserable day. This is the perfect cosy food. Time to tuck in. This feels really, really cozy. So this is my final day of filming this week, and I'm making dinner again, and it's 3:15. I've just taken a break from work. I'm gonna re-record the start of this video actually, because I kind of feel this video's taken a different spin now. I can't believe what a difference it's made this week, just changing our meal habits. I feel so much better in myself, and it also makes me realise how much I'm overeating in the day, but also how much my body is enjoying having the larger bulk of my meal earlier on in the day. Like yesterday, it was just out of convenience that we ate early because we had to go and see Louis. Again, eating our dinner sort of like in the afternoon. We came back and we just had soup and went out for our 3-mile walk. I didn't crave food. I mean, don't get me wrong, we sort of do have something in the evening. I think last night, what did we share last night? I'm sure we shared something last night. The night before we shared a Twix. So we are having something with a cup of tea in the evening. We do quite like that. But I'm also not a believer in cutting out all treats. I think everyone needs treats, but again, everything in moderation. Oh, I forgot to say, the goulash was so good. It was not as good as when I make it properly and I brown off all the meat and all that kind of thing, but it was a really good one. And I've got enough left over that I'm going to do it. Not huge amounts, but enough if I make some mash and veg to go with it then. So that 1 pack of beef ended up making up enough for 2 lots. I forgot to say that. Yeah, it's turning out to be a really good week meal-wise, actually. A nice balance of things. Right now I am going to do I don't know what to call this dish. It's potatoes, ratatouille and cheese. Anyway, I'm just browning off potatoes. Not browning off, sauteing. I've got potatoes. I did quickly just boil up some potatoes in their skins earlier on. And now I've got them in the skillet with some onion. I just want to brown them off a little bit. I need to season my skillet pan. It's sticking. It's annoying. I need to do that. Yeah, I completely forgot actually yesterday. I don't think I filmed yesterday. Louis at uni. He's not been very well this week. So we kind of changed our plans a little bit, and I went and did a food shop. We went and did a food shop and took it down to him so that he had everything and didn't need to go out. Took him some medication. So that's why we ended up eating early yesterday. I completely forgot about to do that. I just did homemade chips, eggs and tin tomatoes. We love that kind of meal. It's quick and easy. So that's what we had yesterday. These courgettes are from my in-laws garden. They're yellow ones. Look how lovely they look. I love ratatouille. It's become one of my go-to meals. What's one of your go-to meals? I just feel that I've always got the ingredients to throw it together, and it just comes together so quickly. I vary it slightly. Sometimes I add peppers, sometimes I don't. So I've removed the potatoes and the onion, and now I've got garlic, onion, courgette, and half a red and half a green pepper. It smells delicious. I'm going to add salt and pepper and some oregano to that. We were in Lidl yesterday. I went to get Louis shopping. My wine has gone up from £3.89 to, what was it? £4.39, something like that. I'm really disappointed. So I'm trying a new one. I think, was this one £2.90? No, £3.39 I think. £3.39. Yeah, the Lieb Fromage was £2.99. This is one you said is crusty, didn't you? It's, yeah. On the label it said light and crusty, and I read it as light and crusty. Let's try this light and crusty wine. So this is £3.39. I haven't had a drink for a couple of weeks, I don't think. No. It's been ages. I haven't felt like I needed one. Let's smell the wine. Now.
Sounds alright.
Oh, is there alcohol in this? There can't be. 5.5. It's supposed to be dry.
It's apple juice.
It's really nice. But it doesn't taste, it tastes a bit fruity for wine.
It doesn't taste
Are you
winey.
driving anywhere today?
I don't think so. You're not going to do anything with me?
No, just try it. I just thought it was alcohol free. It tastes so nice. There's nothing dry about it. Oh, it's not sweet, but...
No, it's not. It's inoffensive. It hasn't got much
an easy drinking style. Yeah, there's not a lot of depth.
There's not depth in there. I'm not a huge wine drinker. I do drink wine, but I don't generally enjoy it. But that's quite... Almost reminds me of having a cider. It's a flat cider.
It's really nice.
That's how I describe it. If you have a bottle of cider...
That one. It's definitely not dry, as it says. It is a very light wine. Whereas... the Pinot that I've been drinking is definitely dry and crisp. I really like that. It's definitely refreshing, like it says. What kind of wine? British wine made with imported grape juice. Product of Great Britain. No idea what it is. 5.5%. What's the Pinot? Is 11%. Oh, well there you go.
See, that is, I'm looking into camera. That is obviously only, what, about 50p more.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you've almost got 2 bottles worth of alcohol in that one.
It depends why you're drinking it though.
Well, look at the units a minute.
I need to stir my ratatouille.
Yeah, it has. It's got basically each glass is 1.4 units, and this is 0.7.
Okay, so it's a low alcohol basically.
But then you're not drinking it to get drunk,
What
are
it,
you?
no, I'm not drinking it to get drunk. Tell you what it reminds me of. What's it your mum and dad drink? I never had it until I started seeing you at the table instead of wine.
Schlur.
Schlur, yeah, it reminds me of drinking Schlur. That's what it is. If you want a low alcohol wine, £3.39.
Well, it's not low, is it? It's lower.
Lower, yeah, it's not like alcohol free, but it is lower than your regular wine.
I mean, some wines aren't that high.
It is so easy to drink. I really quite like that actually. Didn't need a drink, I just fancied trying it because I bought it yesterday. I made a mistake. I swapped over, I've added the potatoes, but I'd already taken this out of the pan and I forgot to add the tomato, so I'm now just heating it through. I've been distracted. I've added tin of chopped tomatoes, a bit of ketchup and some balsamic vinegar in there. I had already added salt and pepper and oregano, so I'm going to give that a taste test. Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit dark. Let's see what this tastes like. That is really good. I'm going to turn that off. I am happy with that. I'm loving eating this time of the day. Are you as well?
Yeah, well, I've said for a long time, it's a nice one.
It is. How's your weight this week? Have you lost any weight?
A little bit,
sorry, hold on 2 secs.
A little bit, but not much. But I'm hoping that's going to continue.
Well, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
I've lost £1 this week, which I'm happy with.
I'm
sorry,
about the same as what I was like last week, so it's kind of gone up and a bit down again. So
I just feel so different. I'm not bloating this week, which I usually do.
That's the biggest thing, really. It's how you feel, and also with us going out on walks. One thing I've said to you when I've been walking is if we've had dinner, I mean, it's the worst. Yeah. It's not like we're going out for a run or going for a heavy gym workout, but I still feel, depending on what we had to eat, I feel really sluggish trying to walk.
One night, is a few days ago, I had really bad stitch, didn't I?
Yeah.
But I do tend to pig out at meals, and I'm trying not to.
Although we haven't walked loads,
just put this on.
Yeah, I'm finding that by eating earlier, when we are walking later, it's better. But that's what you should expect anyway, isn't it? With eating and then, I say, exercising.
But I'm actually really enjoying this new eating habit of ours. And now for the cheese. I've got the potatoes and onions on the bottom, ratatouille on the top there, and I'm just going to grate some cheese. This is what I love about cooking in a skillet. Well, be careful because that does get quite warm. I can then just pop it under the grill. Look how delicious that looks. I love my skillet pan. I will leave a link to it down below. I've got it in my Amazon storefront. I use this pan several times a week. I love it. It just makes cooking and cleaning up as well really, really easy. That looks absolutely delicious and smells amazing. And on that note, I'm going to finish this video. I am actually drinking the rest of the Pinot now. bit of afternoon drinking. Quite nice, the joys of working from home. I hope you've enjoyed my meals this week. It's been a bit of a random week, things have changed, but then that's normal everyday living, isn't it? Life's just a bit up and down sometimes. But I hope I've given you some ideas and a little insight as to what we're eating at the moment. Let me know what you're eating. What are your favourites at the moment? What are your go-to meals? I like to try and have like my go-to, like my ratatouille today. But then I also like to switch it up and try something new, like the chicken and pineapple this week. It's fun to try and sort of throw in something different. I find for me that's what makes it interesting. That's what keeps me eager to keep cooking and trying new things, and that's why I don't get bored with cooking. Anyway, have an amazing weekend. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on Sunday with a new weekend vlog. This weekend, I can't remember what we're up to. There's going to be housey stuff, no doubt, decluttering. Lots of fun things going on. So I will see you on Sunday, 6 o'clock. Take care. Bye.